I've never done this before. We're using Cat's laptop with the built-in camera to try and record this and then hopefully put it to YouTube. So we'll see how it goes. If it sounds like I'm reading it, it's probably because I am. There's nothing worse than a day when everyone wants to celebrate than to bore them with tedious stories that only a doting parent could find interesting. It's typical on such occasions to recount some cute story of what the celebrant did when they were very little, something with which to embarrass them and elicit a cheap laugh. I'm not going to do that. I'm damn proud of my daughter and I want you all to know it. When she was around 7 years old, I took Lucy canoeing on the Parari River in the Paparoa National Park. I'm not an expert canoeist, and I tipped us over into the cold water. I was able to stand up and lunge for the canoe. We were both in life jackets, but I couldn't see her, and for one heart-stopping moment, I thought I'd lost her downstream. But she was still in the canoe, still seated, and still upside down. I righted the canoe and asked if she was okay. She didn't even cry, but I was really worried that she would suffer from exposure, so I put her on the bank, emptied the canoe, put her back in, and hightailed it back to the car, where she soon warmed up. "Why didn't you get out of the canoe?" I asked her. "Because I knew you'd come and get me," was her response. That is a sort of trust and faith that many children offer their parents, but it choked me up nonetheless. It also made me realize, in as graphic a manner as possible, what we owe to our children as parents. I made myself a vow in that moment to try and always be there for her. I didn't always keep my side of the bargain. Felicity and I separated and I moved to the States, where I became an absentee dad, but I always tried to stay involved with my children. In 1999, I led a group of students and faculty from the Metropolitan State College of Denver on a 2-week road trip around New Zealand. To my delight, Lucy and Sarah came with me. We were staying the night in Haast, where friend Kerry Hume was going to give us a talk on the Maori view of nature. I'd gone to the bar to get Kerry a beer. It took longer than expected, and I was concerned that Kerry wouldn't have been introduced to my touring party. Finally, I appeared and apologized to Kerry. "No worries," she said. "Your daughter has already done it." In my absence, Lucy took Kerry to everyone in the party and made the introductions. I was so damn proud of her. She's never lost this remarkable social sense. Later, I was a lecturer on the Clipper Odyssey, a luxury ecotourism vessel that often visits New Zealand. Once again, I was able to take Sarah and Lucy with me. We had a fabulous week or so together, but then came the inevitable moment when I knew I'd have to say goodbye to them and wouldn't see them again for 6 months. With tears welling in my eyes, I led them down the gangplank of the Odyssey to the wharf where Felicity and Roger were waiting for them. Lucy, as switched on to the moment as I was, did her best to lighten the tension. "Dad, would you buy me a boat like this when I'm older?" she asked. I started to smile, and then she hit me with the other glove. "On second thought, Dad, I'll buy it myself." So I handed the two of them over, laughing and crying at the same time. She still has the capacity to do this to me. I'm grateful to Felicity and Roger for bringing you safely up to the grand old age of 21. I'm grateful and proud of the job Felicity has done as a parent in often difficult circumstances. You've been very lucky. Lucy, never lose your intellectual curiosity. Question everything. Read more books. Stay physically fit, and always follow your conscience. Know that while I'm not often with you physically, not a day goes by when I don't think about you and Sarah, and hug myself in the knowledge that I'm blessed with two wonderful daughters. Have a fantastic 21st celebration. Kat, Becca, Sarah T, and I wish you all the best, and as many hugs and kisses as you're capable of receiving. Lots of love, Paddy Daddy.